Look down. The surface beneath your feet is the boundary of your kingdom. A stained floor is a stained mind. Dirt is not just organic matter. It is the physical manifestation of entropy. Every speck of dust is a tiny rebellion against your order. You are not cleaning. You are suppressing a riot. Silence the chaos of the debris. When the floor shines, the spirit finds its reflection. Victory is won in the corners, where the shadows hide. This is your first battle of the day. Win it. The world outside is a churning ocean of unpredictable variables, but here, the physics of the floor are subject to your absolute decree. Every square inch you reclaim from the grime is a fortress established in the name of your sanity. Do not underestimate the power of the horizontal plane. It is where you stand, where you act, and where you return. If the foundation is compromised by neglect, the entire structure of your character will eventually lean toward the abyss. The human brain evolved to track movement in the brush and threats on the horizon. Clutter triggers a primal stress response, a constant low-level alarm that the perimeter is breached. Your nervous system cannot find stillness in a visual storm. By clearing the floor, you are manually lowering your cortisol. You are telling your ancient lizard brain that the cave is secure. There are no predators in the dust. Evolution rewards the tidy, for they are the ones with the clarity to see the coming storm. Your floor is the foundation of your biological peace. Imagine the ancestors. Those who ignored the filth in their shelters invited the parasite and the disease. Their lineages ended in the fever of their own sloppiness. You carry the genes of the survivors, the women who knew that a clean hearth meant a strong tribe. You are maintaining that ancestral vigilance. Your mop is not a household tool. It is a defensive weapon against biological decay and mental fragmentation. Water is the universal solvent of the spirit. When you wash the stone or the wood, you are performing a baptism of the environment. The movement of the arm is a rhythmic prayer. The heat of the water is the energy of your intent. Do not rush. Precision is the antidote to anxiety. Feel the friction. Hear the sound of the surface returning to its true state. You are stripping away the residue of a world that tries to stick to you. In this movement, you are both the priestess and the soldier. The chemistry of the cleansing agent is your tactical support. The scent of pine or vinegar is the smell of a border successfully defended. As the water turns dark, realize that you are extracting the negativity of the past hours and flushing it into the void. This is the alchemy of the ordinary, turning the heavy lead of a dirty home into the bright gold of a sanctuary. A clean room is a cathedral of potential. Most people fear empty spaces because they lack the internal structure to fill them. You crave the void. Each square foot of cleared floor is a territory reclaimed from the trivial. You are creating a vacuum where wisdom can breathe. The architecture of your home should mirror the architecture of your soul, definitive, unburdened, and luminous. You do not need things to define your worth. You need the space to exert your will. Empty the room to fill the spirit. A room overflowing with objects is a mind overflowing with distractions. Strip it back. Let the floor be a vast, uncluttered expanse that reminds you of your own capacity for greatness. When the space is open, your thoughts can finally extend their wings without striking the walls of the mundane. The center is easy to clean. The corners require character. Most people live their lives in the middle, ignoring the rot at the edges. Not you. You go to the margins. You scrub the forgotten joints. This is where your integrity is tested. If you leave the corners dark, you leave a door open for the enemy of apathy. To be a Stoic is to care for the invisible details. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your most hidden work. The corner is the test of the matriarch. Think of the dust bunnies in the dark as the small lies we tell ourselves. If you allow them to gather, they become a mountain of deceit. Pull the furniture back. Expose the hidden dirt to the light. There is no mercy in the maintenance of a fortress. Every hidden crevice is a potential point of failure. By perfecting the unseen, you make the visible world indestructible. The smell of ozone, the scent of pine, the clinical bite of alcohol. These are the perfumes of your triumph. The tactile sensation of bare feet on a cold, clean floor is a grounding wire for the soul. It is the immediate feedback of a job executed with lethal precision. This is the sensory reward for the disciplined. The world offers you plastic distractions. You offer yourself the luxury of a mastered reality. Every step you take is a confirmation. I am here. This is mine. It is perfect. Consider the sound of silence in a clean room. It has a different density. It is the sound of a system in equilibrium. You have tuned your environment like a fine instrument. The hum of the refrigerator, the distant tick of a clock, the stillness of the air, all of these are the notes of your domestic symphony. You are the conductor of this piece. When the world outside descends into madness, your fortress remains unyielding. You cannot control the economy or the tides, but you can control the state of your threshold. This is your tactical baseline. No matter what defeats the day may bring, you return to a sanctuary that has been forged by your own hands. A clean home is a psychological suit of armor. It deflects the arrows of misfortune. You sleep in the center of a masterpiece you created with a bucket and a cloth. Imagine the chaos of the streets, the noise, the filth, the lack of direction. Then imagine the heavy silence of your hallway. This transition is your daily victory. You are the filter that refuses to let the entropy of the masses cross your door. You are the guardian of the sacred ordinary. Teach the young that the mop is a scepter. Show them that power is not found in grand speeches, but in the relentless maintenance of one's environment. Dignity is a bottom-up process. It starts at the floor and works its way to the heart. If they cannot master the dust, they will never master the world. Pass the code of the Iron Matriarch. We do not live in filth because we do not think in filth. The shine of the floor is the light of our resolve. A child who learns to respect the geometry of a clean room grows into an adult who respects the geometry of justice and truth. You are not just raising heirs. You are raising architects of order. Do not let them see you complain about the work. Let them see you embrace the work as a privilege of the powerful. Weight is a tool. When you press the cloth against the surface, use the weight of your entire lineage. You are moving with the gravity of those who survived before you. Every stroke is an affirmation of existence. You are carving your presence into the world. The mundane is only boring to those who are shallow. To the deep, every act of maintenance is an act of creation. You are building the stage upon which your life unfolds. Make it solid. Make it bright. Think of the friction as the resistance of fate. You do not push against it with anger. You push against it with steady, unyielding pressure. This is how a life is shaped, not through sudden bursts of luck, but through the cumulative pressure of daily discipline. You are ironing out the wrinkles of your own destiny. Treat your home as a laboratory for the spirit. Test your patience against the stubborn stain. Test your focus against the repetitive motion. The floor is your scroll, and your effort is the ink. There is a deep, primal satisfaction in the removal of the unwanted. It is the physical metaphor for the removal of toxic thoughts. As you purge the dirt, purge the doubt. As you dry the surface, dry the tears of the past. You are renewing the world, one room at a time. Every drop of sweat is a payment toward your mental freedom. The fatigue you feel at the end of the day is not the fatigue of a slave, but the exhaustion of a victor. You have exerted your will upon the material world, and the material world has obeyed. Consider the kitchen floor, the site of 1,000 spills, and the crossroads of the family's hunger. It is the most contested territory in the house. When you master the kitchen floor, you master the heart of the home. The crumbs of the morning, the grease of the evening, they are all temporary intruders. You are the permanent law. The tiles are the skin of your domestic organism. Keep them hydrated, keep them clean, keep them resilient. A woman who knows the exact texture of her kitchen floor at midnight is a woman who cannot be surprised by the world. She has already seen the worst of the mess and conquered it. Behold the result. The light hits the surface and bounces back, unbroken. This is the visual proof of your sovereignty. The audit is complete. You have looked entropy in the face and said, "Not today." You have turned a functional surface into a spiritual plane. This is the sanctuary of the ordinary. This is the triumph of the Iron Matriarch. Stand in the center of your light. The perimeter is clean. The soul is secure. Look into the reflection on the floor and see the face of a commander who does not falter. The stillness you have created is your ultimate weapon. Carry it with you into the next hour, into the next day, into the next life. You are the keeper of the flame, and the flame burns brightest in a room that has been prepared for its presence. The work is never finished, but the victory is renewed with every stroke of the hand. You are home, you are sovereign, you are whole.